time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vagina. Hey guys, this is Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 Expose.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and so from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose, 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 expose. You're exposed.
Well, goddamn it, Metro Gaming, that was
You
fast.
are exposed.
I was still sending out links, man. I was still sending out links. I actually still gotta do it. Hold on 1 second. I'm already shirtless. Imagine me shirtless for another 30
Oh
seconds.
my God, expose you. Expose.
Picture me shirtless.
Expose.
Matter of fact, hold on.
Expose.
Hold on.
Expose.
Your dad is already here.
Expose. Expose.
I'm just a man on the internet.
Expose. It's time for some
Man
exposure.
on the
Some
internet.
exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E.
So your shirt is off. Usually I don't start this early, which is fair as where if you're paying for the nips,
Expose.
you know. I gotta give the nips, man. I gotta give the goddamn nips. Just remember that I don't make meaningful content. Oh wait, that's not playing. Why the fuck is that not playing? The applause went, but it's not there. Ah, let's try that again. I make meaningful content. It's still not fucking going through there. What the fuck? I'm just messing around, man. I'm just messing around. USB device. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the USB device. Let's try that again.
Whoa!
There we go. There we go. Now here's the claps. My content lacks meaning according to... We're actually going to talk about DSP again tonight. Dude, DSP, you just... Now, this is what happens. Robin Butt Cheeks, how are you? Is when you watch a couple videos, YouTube... just like inundates your feed with them. Sometimes and I have to say there are two videos that are quite fucking hilarious. One where he loses his mind about shit that just boggles my mind. One video we're going to start off with is pretty good gaming. It's pretty it's fairly serious. Then we're going to go into some fun stuff with DSP. Anyway, but actually let me look that up while I'm already here. I might as well have the videos open. It'll keep the flow going better. Also, take the shirt off. So, Beal, we may do that as well. All right, so what am I looking up here? So, dude, I'll send it from my phone. Because I know I got them downloaded here. I was like, oh, these are really funny. It's like DSP losing his mind. Okay, yes. So we're gonna let me see if I got that. Hold on, guys. I'm not like losing my mind here. I just want to make sure I have them all. History. Yes. This is this is Sandwich Gate. Where he loses his mind about a fast food sandwich looking like a fast food sandwich. I have never gotten a fast food sandwich that was not a mess. Like even Subway salads don't look as good as they're supposed to. Oh God, it's just. Now what is this one? This is another one. All right. Oh, this is him talking about. Okay. This one, I think he has a couple decent points in, actually. I'm going to be fair and honest and honest and fair and fair and honest. I'm not just looking to shit on the guy for the sake of shitting on him. Let me see why he turned into lost sponsorships. He makes a couple good points in that one. Again, I'm not here just to... oh, yeah, when people are fucking lazy. This is another classic of it. This is from a while ago. Admittedly, so I will say that. I don't want to just, again, shit on him. There's a lot... I feel like I'm becoming Almighty Tevin, but I'm not doing that. Calling his fans lazy. And then there's the last one here. We're going to have a lot of DSP tonight. No, where are the Carls? Do I have the Carls up there? Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Excuse. Absolutely no fucking excuse for you to not do it. None.
All right, hold on. Here's the last one. It'll be worth it. Trust me. It'll be worth it. The content's going to get even more. Oh, I got some surprises for my content, man. This weekend, I could tell you guys... because my audience here isn't as big, so it's not like I'm super spoiling. I'm kind of doing it. I'm being a troll. I'm admitting it. I'm going to have my dad on film put the SSD that... Shout out to Western Digital for sending me an SSD for my PS5. And I'm basically going to play into the meme of I have no tech skills and I can't build a computer. Even though I've built a computer on live streams and in multiple videos, but... whatever, that's the thing. I like playing into it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of which, Almighty Tevin is right there. What a coincidence. YouTube's algorithm must have heard me talking about him. No, I haven't been feeding the trolls again. It's probably because I fuck with the quartering, and the quartering is dear leader. That's really it. It's that simple. I don't engage with him on Twitter or anything like that. Have I made videos about the trolls like I used to? Not at all. So, it is what it is. They're mad that I called out their buddy who makes them feel better about not being able to get laid. Brumasaurus, hey Rich, love your content. Wife's pregnant with her second child, 2 under 2. Yeah, I have, 2 under 2. I have my daughter, my oldest son is 4, soon to be 5. My middle one's 3, and my daughter's 2. So I only have 1 under 2. So you're in a different club than me, though. I was there a little bit ago. What the fuck was Wednesday's stream, dude? It was crazy. You know what's funny too is I almost didn't stream that night. I almost. Man, that would have been a mistake, huh? I almost didn't. Oh, the camera's on. Camera's on the whole time, huh? So, Yeah, I got my refund that day, basically, is what it kind of feels like. I don't know what the fuck happened to that. I'm still reviewing. The review will be live on Sunday. I'm filming it tomorrow. I have to... The video where my dad is going to do the PS5, I think Sunday I'm going to have him do that. It's going to take 10 fucking minutes. I'm just kind of playing into a meme because I'm a dick. And this will be live on Sunday. Oh, man. How much for a drunk? Just, nah, I wouldn't do... I don't want to... I don't know, man. I'm kind of boring. I don't even like really drinking anymore, dude. I do once in a while. I'll have like a couple mojitos or something like that, but I don't really even like drinking, man. I'm cool just having my lozenges, having my edibles, and having my phone go off. The fuck? What's going on? Oh, nothing. Okay. We're going to turn you down for now. There we go. So I wouldn't do that. So we got a whole bunch of goodies here from... No, it wasn't a full... Look, man, I don't even know if it was directly him giving an indirect refund. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it was that. No, dude. Here is the thing. If you're trying to bait me into talking about stuff like that, super chats or not, that's another rule I guess I have to make. I'm going to have to block you. I'm not sure if that's what you're doing. But I don't want to discuss that stuff here because that gives them exactly what they want. So... Anyway, let's put the headphones on and have some fun here. The rise and fall of pretty good gaming. Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a big. I don't like the way alcohol. I feel the next day. I just feel shitty the next day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. So, all right. So let's have some fun here. And this is rise and fall of pretty good gaming. I feel I've heard of them before. And I watched some of it before. They bring up some points. People always ask for advice on YouTube, and I always say one of the first things is don't come to me for advice, because if I knew some secret YouTube formula, I would have 10 million subscribers and not be stuck at 980-something thousand for the entire year. And there really is no advice to give. But one of the things I could say is don't spread your shit too thin. Don't think because, oh, wow, I got 4 million views this month, I should hire an entire team of people and that'll help my channel. Then I'll be the next Linus Tech Tips. It doesn't work like that. One of the things that has helped my channel survive is I only have me and my editor. That's it. That's my overhead. You know, I mean, obviously I have to buy a lot of shit for this channel and equipment and stuff, but in products and whatever. But in terms of like a staff that I have to pay a steady salary to multiple people, I don't have that. So if there's a month that's shit, there's a month that's shit. If there's a month that's great, there's a month that's great. Yeah, I don't have to, I don't have a lot of overhead in that way, you know. So we're going to watch this video. Yeah, I saw someone made like some mod where Daniel, where I just saw your video now, or just saw your comment now, where they figured out a way that you could use like the expansion slot. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if Soldier Boy is coming on the show. But anyway, so let's take a look at this. It's pretty interesting. And it's kind of like a cautionary tale of, Dag, you were a mod on my other channel. Why are you not a mod here? I trust you. You actually did a very good job on that channel as a mod, so you are a mod. So let's watch this. And this is, if you want advice, watch this.
Hello everyone, I bet you're wondering why there's been no content the last 6 weeks or so. Well,
I'm doing good, man. Got some good news today. It was nice to get some good news. Life is crazy, but welcome to adulthood, and it's going to stay that way. So, but I got good news today, so it's pretty nice.
Henry's left, and I don't blame him. I have to go back to the very beginning to tell you the whole story.
Before I even know the whole context of this, here is the thing, too. Do not make the product that your channel is rely on multiple people. Because if someone decides to quit or there's a fallout, Drew, it's okay. I thought I recognized your name, bro. That's why I didn't insta-ban. And you guys know that I'm not, like, we're going to watch some things from DSP tonight on how I am not. You guys know I'm pretty flexible. People even sit here and call me a fat piece of shit and you know, Rich Tomorrow memes. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But when people talk about that stuff, and this is exactly what they want. You're innocent, but they know that you're going to come here and say something. You know what I mean? And then in turn, it gets me to respond, and in turn, they could clip it and, you know, and then I feel, and it puts me in a weird spot because if I don't say anything, it's just like I'm ignoring you, and you may just be a genuine dude just asking a question, which you are. But if I respond, I'm giving them what they want. So, and they know that. That puts me in a weird position where, and then they could say, oh, he's acting just like other people where he's like, no, I'm not policing. I just don't want to feed the fucking trolls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rich Tomorrow, I love trolls. Absolutely. Trolls are my favorite. I love when people obsess over me. It makes me hard. I don't care. No, the Rich Tomorrow memes are perfectly fine with me. The Rich Tomorrow memes, I have no issue with them, and I actually think some of them are pretty funny. It doesn't bother me. It's just like with the just give me my 200 thing. Like I made much ado about nothing with that, but I was a much different person back then. Anyway, here is let's listen to this guy.
Story of how Pretty Good Gaming is pretty much dead. F in the chat, everyone. I started this channel as Gareth Evans Gaming. I was doing it in my spare time. My main thing on YouTube is guitar videos and lessons. I don't know if you've seen my stuff on YouTube, but that's my main thing. I started the gaming channel as a bit of an aside. I was really interested in gaming. I have been for years. Thought I just, you know, gaming's where the money is on YouTube. I'll start making gaming videos for fun. I thought.
It's not necessarily true, man. That pie, the slice of pie that you could get from that has gone down quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? The piece of the pie that you could get. I mean, it's always been, but it's like you could there's YouTube slicing the algorithm pie for you if you're a fledgling gaming content creator, and it's like you could use that shit as a piece of paper, like. I don't know. It's not really, you know, that's why I had to diversify. That's why I stream quite a bit. I actually, in some ways, prefer streaming over making regular videos. Some ways. But you got to diversify because the pie is not there. It's not like, oh, that's where the money is. If that was your main goal, I don't know if it was his main goal. I don't know this guy. He said that, so I'm going by it. Yeah, that was going to... If that was your main motivation, that kind of puts you in a world of trouble to begin with. But maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Because news changes, Drew Boy. Or maybe something will happen that I'll find out more information and change my opinion. And people consider that flip-flopping. Have I flip-flopped a couple times before? Yes, of sure. More than a couple times. But you get my point. Have I flip-flopped in the past before? Yeah. But a lot of times I flip-flop because... information changes and times change and Cole address. Thank you very much. So, you know, my take on backwards compatibility. My take used to be who gives a shit. Now I think backwards compatibility is crucial. I'm a very pro backwards compatibility. So I changed. So that's kind of where the rich... Also, too, like things that would happen with Austin Evans, I talked about it. I know people are pissed off today because I was like, look, man, Austin Evans made a mistake. whatever. You move on. People are angry at that, and that's part of the reason that I stay around 980,000 subscribers, because there's something that I say that pisses off a part of the community every day, you know. But that's where the Richard Tomorrow meme came from. Yeah, I know why I used to rag on it. Now I look back, I used to just think, like, who gives a fuck about it? Now, especially with how Microsoft is handling, like, they're improving the experience. Turbo Express sending me some shit. They're improving the experience. It's not even just like you're just playing the game and it runs stable on the new platform. Like, you could play, like, I always bring up Dying Light or Titanfall 2. You could play Titanfall 2 at 120 FPS, and Dying Light you could play at 60 on the Series X. I think on the Series S too. I'm not sure. I should try it. So yeah, it's crucial, man. It's so important now. I'm sure I did in my lifetime, JV. I'm sure I have. So let's see here.
I did. Gareth Evans Gaming. I had my kids on to begin with. Minecraft with my kids was the
See, that's I even regret putting up like a picture or two of my kids on the internet. I wouldn't do that. Too many fucking weirdos. Review Thor? Oh god, Review Thor US. The one I made? Was that the one that my editor made, excuse me, that I posted? That is true. That's actually still a valid statement. If the weather tomorrow changes, I'm not going to wear a raincoat because it said it was sunny. Yeah, if it's raining out, I'm not going to say, well, yesterday the weatherman said it was supposed to be sunny. You change with what's going on. But
video playthroughs of The Last of Us and Outlast and some of the popular games that people were playing, or YouTubers were playing. And then it was all going fine. Wouldn't make any money off it. It wasn't getting loads of views, a few hundred views per video. It was fine. It was fun. It was just generating gaming content, decent. And then 2016, I hired Mike. Those of you who remembered.
I thought there was a Review Thor USA troll. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, especially now that I said it.
OG Mike. He was a guy with a very specific set of skills. He was a gamer at heart, and he was very analytical, and he was a reporter, journalist. And
this man's breasts are distracting me. Oh, Mizubi, you got the Mazubi, sorry. You got the limited edition Halo console, you lucky son of a bitch. I wish I got my hands on that. I wish I did. Oh well. Life goes on. I have plenty of tech here that I could work with. What do you think? I have not even touched Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm still debating if I even want to support Activision. I kind of go back and forth on it. I'm torn. Did you see Drake Bell says the claims against him are exaggerated? He says he only talked with the girl over text and he didn't know how old she was. As a person who, I'm not as famous as he is, or well, let's say as he was, even remotely close to it. If I ever doubt a girl's age, like I said, like I told that whole story that one time where someone on a dating app that I was on, she was 18. And she told me that. I'm like, all right, you're young. You contacted me first. I wouldn't go after someone as young as you, but I need to see. I wouldn't continue talking until I saw ID. You don't think the whole time as you're like sexting or before you even like, you don't think, maybe I should check your age. I guess that holds up in a court of law if you could prove through text, but why wouldn't you? Especially with what you do, dude. Come on. That doesn't make any sense.
He wrote a couple of scripts.
No, I did not see that, Sergeant Jason Bond. And how are you?
He made them into videos. They were well received. So we were experimenting together with the format. We hit on a format that worked really well, which is just me and him wrote a script, and me and him were hosting it to the screen. A trending news topic, let's say. Two goofy guys talking shit about Call of Duty to a screen. that seemed to hit really well with the audience. People started subscribing, started watching. By December, if you look at this chart here, this was Gareth Evans Gaming, flat line. When Mike joined here, by December 2016, we were making 2.6 million views, and it was unbelievable feeling. The fact that we just been experimenting, talking shit to a camera, and it worked out. We made
and you should have kept. I heard this part, and this is where they went wrong.
some money that month. So for the first time, we were successful on the gaming channel, and that went on for 6 months. Decided, well, this is working out pretty well. Let's take on a couple of interns. Jake and Liam came aboard.
No. See, that's the thing that's allowed me to survive. Hey, Mari, how are you? That's the thing that allowed me to survive for as long as I did, man, is that when months go up and down. Who is this? Months, it goes up and down, man. So you don't want to just start taking on people. You don't want to do that. I think that was a big problem with Classic Game Room too. And it pretty much was the demise of the whole thing for him. Hold on one second. Anyway, doing good, Rich. How are you? Tell your grandma I said hello as well. Is with Classic Game Room, he went insane in terms of, and I love Mark, and Mark, please don't take this as me taking shots at you. I'm not. He had CGR Undertow, which, okay, I could see if he just stopped at that. But then he had like a whole bunch of other channels, CGR Toys. He rented like a whole office building, which especially now seems insane when he didn't even have 500,000 subscribers on his main channel. Like, that was spreading too thin. And the thing is that if your channel flounders for a few months or a few years, trust me, I've had years where my channel just was flat, and then there were years where I start gaining 30,000, or there was a time in 2018 and in 2020 for a few months I was gaining like anywhere between 30 and 50,000 subs a month, and then it dies again. And then like, if you have overhead like that, unless you're like bringing in Linus Tech Tips or MKBHD kind of views, you can't handle that contraction and expansion. You know what I'm saying? But the scene, I know why people do this though, because you're like, oh man, we got to catch the wave now. We can improve our video quality if we have a bigger team and a bigger thing. But yeah, but what happens if, look, there's a channel, I got to see if it's even still around, called Tech of Tomorrow. And there was a time that his channel was killing it. I think his channel still makes great content, at least the last time I looked. Let me look and see if they're still doing Of Tomorrow. Yeah, he's still around. The fuck? I gotta turn this off. Okay. All right. Yeah, like, look, this guy has like, his channel died, and it sucks because he makes great high-end, high production value content, and whatever YouTube doesn't, I don't know. I have no idea whatever happens, that you could have two people make the same quality content, have it be just as engaging, just as in-depth, put the same production value in it. One person may start getting 5 million views a month, the one may get 2,000 views a month, and it may go down. And there's no, like there are YouTubers that I know that I'm like, why the fuck is this guy or this girl not getting 200,000 views a video? Like, It's just how it is, man. It's just a roll of the dice. So when you start bringing on a bunch of people expecting that success to constantly keep going this way, going vertical, it's not how it works, Chief. That I can tell you firsthand. You don't just keep growing and growing and growing. Sometimes you go flat, and you may go flat for a couple years. Maybe you start growing again. You may start going down. Then you may go up, or you may never go up and continue to go down. You don't know. So to try to then you have to make sure you have a sponsor in every video, and that sometimes is tough to do. And you got to try to maximize the revenue from every video, and that gets stressful. And then you're going to have to hire someone to try to make sure there's sponsorships for every video. And then if you aren't getting the views, then you won't be getting the sponsorships, because the sponsors are like, yeah, I need 200,000 views a video. Sorry, Chief. You're getting 50,000 views a video. Ain't happening. So then you don't have that revenue coming from the sponsors, but now you have these employees you have to pay, that the ad revenue from YouTube is not enough. It's just not, I know I'm sitting here fucking shirtless right now and I'm trying to be serious, but it's true, Got my first write-up after 20 years up my... Jesus Christ. Is the well poison rich? Time to move on to... I acknowledge... So you did fuck up? So if you fucked up, just do better, man. I don't know. If you're working at a job for 20 years, dude, should you really? Yeah, but there's a difference, Drew Boy, in his method of blocking than there is of mine. You need to go to extremes for me to block you. Wings could be in a certain mood one day, and if you say one word that he doesn't like, he'll block you. That's not the route I would go down at all. I don't. People know in this chat that I don't. You know what I'm saying?
But, and then,
No, Patrick, I don't. I think I have worn Timberlands in the past before. Got them as a gift, but I don't wear Timberland boots.
Ian was the writer. Jake was an editor stroke another host in the end, and a bit of a writer
Yeah, way too much for a channel just making that amount of viewership, man. Way too much.
too, and then Liam kind of dabbled. Either way, it worked really well, and for 6 months at the end of 2017, we were raking in the views. 8.6 million views. Sorry, 6.8 million views in June 2017. And for the 6 months, we were flying high. The experiment worked. I took on another guy called Mike Abbott who did the editing.
What's up, Michael? How are you?
Helped us behind the scenes. We started streaming and things like that.
People keep asking. That's all, folks. People keep asking me what new Apple product I got. I got the iPad Mini. I'm still happy with my 12. I mean, the phone features look cool. But this is more than enough. The iPad Mini, I'm like, that looks delicious. I have to get one. Nuclear Chicken, don't be sorry that you're late. I'm here for you. You being here, you could come whenever you want to. You could go do something else. I appreciate that you're here. I owe you nothing. You owe me everything. And I know that sounds cliche, like I'm saying a cheesy speech at the Oscars, but there's over 600 people here right now watching a shirtless middle-aged guy watching another video on YouTube. And I appreciate the shit out of it, So, thank you. I don't know why I come.
At this time, I was...
Sinful. What do you think celebrities quitting social media? This guy's been around for a while, so he's good. Fat Liberal Tech US. That's a fucking name, man. You get another applause for that. I'm going to give... I could put my shirt back on so now people could open their eyes again. And I'll tell you a story. It's about Howard Stern. And it's like, ooh, dude, really? All right. For everyone who was sitting here in horror, Dad's shirt is back on. Do I have the headphones on backwards? No. So Howard Stern he signed for another 5 years, but I think one of the things he signed is that he could have the summers off, which at 65 years old and when he's worth over $500 million, at least net worth, at least all his assets, according to the internet, which could be complete. Because if you go by the internet, I'm like a multimillionaire, and I'm far from that. He signed the contract, and a lot of people are happy about it, including me. I'm still a big fan of Howard Stern. Not everything he does, but most. And he was like, "Oh man, I was so happy we signed. A lot of people were happy." Then Gary told me a negative post from our Facebook page, and it ruined my entire day. And I'm like, that happens to me like every 3 minutes in my story. Not that it ruins my day, but I get nasty comments like I get people who super chat me to try to say nasty shit to me. What I think it is that especially if you're a celebrity who's done nothing but like mainstream stuff and television and things like that, and I'm not a celebrity. When they come to something that's real time and interactive, like being a content creator on on YouTube or being directly on social media and not paying some PR guy to put up Twitter posts, they see how real it gets. They see like they're used to being insulated where they don't directly deal with the public. And when they're on a platform that they directly deal with the public, they can't fucking handle it because they're not used to it. So that's what I think a lot of it has to do. I don't know the exact what's going on with celebrities quitting. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate it very much. Alan, thank you for the coffee. Lord knows today I need it. Yeah, they don't get it. You know, it's like, yeah, there's you get some pretty vile shit, man. You just welcome to the world of a 9 to 5 content creator.
Also hiring a girl called Emmy who's working with me on the music channel.
Jesus, like, dude, you had a few months where you got a few million views. What are you doing? So I hired an entire IT staff, and I hired Martin Scorsese, and I bought a Lamborghini, and I bought 4 Red cameras. Brakes. Great, you had a few months where it was good. Like, stop. This is all a mistake. You should have just kept it to YouTube. Not YouTube. You-two. That would be 4, 2.
So, I had...
Like, look at Gal Gadot. She screwed up blatantly, and they showed, oh, I'm loving my Huawei phone. Tweeted from my phone. And he just called her out on it. It wasn't even like a nasty tweet he put, and she blocked him. Like, yeah, they can't handle it, man. They can't. I'm sure the PR person blocked them because they were trying to damage control. It wasn't directly her, but yeah, they're not used to it. And when you're insulated, you're in this world where everyone's metaphorically sucking your dick and literally rolling out red carpets for you. So you're in this illusion that the world is like sitting down, kissing your feet. And then when you go on the social media and the first thing someone calls you is an ugly piece of shit, it's like, oh, whoa, this is real. This is what not being insulated by a bunch of people I pay well is like, huh? Yeah, ooh. You know what I mean?
5 staff and life was good come November, December 2017. Something happened 2 weeks.
But yeah, I'm looking at that revenue. What is that, like $14,000? How the fuck are you supporting a whole staff with that, bro? Like, these people must have worked at a discount unless you had some big sponsorships.
Into December in 2017, YouTube flicked the switch. We made 7.1 million views in November.
Yep. And they could flick the switch again and make it even worse, or they could flick the switch again, and I've been there too on both sides of it, and make it better. You could be like, oh man, I only did 2. This has happened to me literally. Like, oh man, I did like 2 million views this month. Holy fuck, I did 20 million the next month. That happened like in 2018, right when the first time. My editor's permanent now, but I had him temporarily on back then. It went from like a couple million or maybe like 3 or 4 to like, I got like 10 million, not 30 million views. I wish 10 million views maybe, or 20. It was something insane. So it could go take a shit or it could go through the roof. But again, this is why you don't hire a whole bunch of people that you have to make sure they have a salary so they could keep their lights on. Because because YouTube isn't a steady paycheck. It goes or sometimes or if you're lucky, you don't want that, man. Like, if there's slow months on my main channel, not only do I have the live streams as a supplement, which thank you fucking guys so goddamn much, I also, have a buffer in savings to make sure, most importantly, my bills can get paid. And that, I could also, on top of that, more important even, feed my family. I have flex. So, okay, I have a few months where they suck, but then there's a few months where it blows up again. It happens every fucking year. But if you have a whole bunch of people that need the same paycheck every month, no matter what you're making income-wise, it's going to die. And this happens time. I've been through these light switch off situations a billion fucking times. And the lighter the load is, meaning the less staff you have, the easier it is to survive. 9.9 times out of 10, you're not going to use them as another example. You're not going to become an MKBHD or an Austin Evans or a Linus Tech Tips where you're just getting so many fucking views and revenue that even if it does slow down, you're still making a killing that you could pay everybody. A lot of times you're in this situation, and when that switch shuts off, and you have all that staff that needs paychecks, things dry up real quick.
And
like you had it, that's insane. You had a few months that were good, and you bring up, what did you say? You brought on like 6 people so far. Where the fuck? And it's not like, if you look at the did they have? I don't know. I didn't watch that much of them. Did they have big sponsorships? Because those people, like I said before, they're working for less than they make at a grocery store. Like, what the fuck?
It's December, halfway through, we flicked the switch and we were going from 50 to 100,000 views per video to 15 to 20,000 views per video.
Yep. And then I have the switch go back up and then the switch go back off, and it's a game, man.
And by January, the revenue we generated off the gaming videos dipped by 40% on the previous month. You can see December and January, and that was a big shock. Things started to get stressful for me because I had to dip in my.
And see, because I learned. Well, I never really had a staff ever. I learned, honestly, most months on my main channel. I'm sure if I uploaded 4 to 5 videos a fucking day, if not more, like some other channels do, and I'm not talking about. There's a lot of people that do that. I could double that, but yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes I'm like, damn, how does every single video I'm posting get 100,000+ views? What the fuck happened? And the next month, I'm lucky to get 30 to 50,000 views a video. It's just how it is. But again, I don't get as much stress about it because, again, the live streams, and also because I only have one person on my payroll. One. I'm thinking of trolling one of DSP's live streams. Don't. And super chatting. Oh, the camera's on. Must have been on the whole time. Oh, he'll block you instantly. I actually just tweeted him that he should do a rap freestyle with Gabe Newell. I gave him $10. I kind of did it. I don't dislike the ESP. I know he has many spicy. Look, he could hate me. That's fine. I'm going to talk about him because honestly, he's just entertaining. He's such a train wreck that it's entertaining. And I just, that's what I do. Like, I'm talking about, am I trolling Pretty Good Gaming talking about them right now? No. You just do a lot of things, DSP, that are discussion worthy. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Same with the quartering. But the quartering, he's too fucking sensitive and loses his mind. Whereas, well, DSP kind of is too, but the quartering's malicious and DSP is not. Just, that's kind of factual at this point.
Into my own pocket to pay wages then, because I had this 5 staff. We were relying on the revenue we were getting for the previous 6 months. Why wouldn't you? You're getting a pretty steady income.
Why wouldn't you? Because it doesn't, I don't know. Especially it's not like he started when I started. You know, the only thing I could defend Mark with from Classic Game Room is, excuse me, it rubbed my eye. It was so early on that, you know, when you got like 300 or 400,000 subs on YouTube, that's like, feels like 2 or 3 million now. You know, that one in his time when he got that many subs, that was like an unheard of number. He was like one of the top dogs, Mark Bustler in Classic Game Room. You getting that kind of viewership for you should have experimented, dude. Kept on doing that podcast with that one other dude and saw how things went. And if it went down, you only had one other person to pay. Now it's like these 7 fucking people like, yeah, I still need a paycheck. I got rent to pay next month. What the fuck are you doing? You're it's a recipe for disaster. Camelot could tell you this, man. It goes up and down, motherfucker.
Someone flicks a switch on the back end of YouTube, 40% revenue cut, just like that, out of nowhere.
Yes, people always ask me what's the shortcoming to be. There's plenty of perks to being a content creator. I'm my own boss. I love what I fucking talk about, and I get to do something that I did do factually for free for a very long time. But it's the only place where they can give you a revenue cut for no reason. Like, yeah, we're changing the algorithm.
Kill.
We needed to appease a different kind of content, or the corporations who or the advertisers who are paying your bills. Yeah, they don't want ads in your content as much anymore. They like this content more, so they think it's a better to get demographic. So we're not going to push your stuff as much. Sucks. Yeah, that's the downside. No other place will fucking do that. You know, jobs will fire you, but you know, it's just like, you know the paycheck you're going to get every week. YouTube, you may get an explosive paycheck. Or you may get a paycheck that's next to fucking nothing. And there's no rhyme or reason why. No one to explain to you why. No one that will tell you why. And people who probably purposely won't tell you why because they don't want to know the algorithm is rigged against your favor. Because that would be pretty fucked up if it was just straight up admitted. Right? I don't know what happened to him, Dag. I think you have genuine affection for dude. I don't dislike him. All bullshit aside, I don't dislike him. He is a fascinating character, though, because to see a man that is his own worst enemy not realize that he's his own worst enemy and double down on being, or triple down, or quadruple down on being his own worst enemy is quite fascinating to me. I will admit that it baffles me and it fascinates me. It's like watching one of those videos where they have the hydraulic press and like, why can't I stop watching this? DSP tries it. Nipple tassels. Anyone that has RT's name is Ban. Ban. Final warning. This is a stream about me, not that shirtless seltzer drinking dude. Wait, he's saying that right now or something? Hey, Rich, should I upgrade from an iPhone 10 to the iPhone 13 Pro? Yes. I have a 12 Pro Max. I'm getting the new iPad mini. I got in luckily before they were sold out. Happy. Keeping my iPhone 12 Pro Max. There's not enough of a difference. And I also have a Fold. So, a Galaxy Fold. So, I have no need to, like, even the 120 hertz isn't really a big thing to me. So, that's not even a big selling point. The camera is really cool, but for you, from a 10 to a 13 Pro, I don't know if the Pro has 120. I think it's only the Pro Max, right? Yes, but even without that, I would say the difference is enough. Even the camera quality is going to be enough of a difference. Even the camera quality, I think, will be enough of a difference, even if it doesn't have the 120 hertz screen. Anyway, let's continue here.
Absolute killer. Come June, July, having dipped into my pocket to pay the staff for so long,
biggest mistake, man.
I had to make a decision.
Review Tech Mexico. Wait, there's no Review Tech Mexico. Stop. Really? Both the Pro and the Pro Max. Okay. So Yeah, I would say even if it didn't, but it does, that's cool. If they both have the 120 hertz screen, yeah, I would say from a 10 to a 13. Now, an 11 or a 12, but a 13 or a 10 to a 13, yes. Even a 10S to a 13, I would say, is absolutely proper jump. Can't wait for the iPad Mini, though. Can't wait for that. That's kind of like a little dream device for me. Do I need it? No. But do I want it? Yes. You're going to be in the putting the Western Digital Drive in the PS5 video with my dad. I'm not kidding. The marijuana's kicking in, Bird. I feel it. Dad feels it. You feel it. You feel it. Handsome. I don't really know if any of those consoles can be justified right now. As much as they're great, the only, like, the Steam Deck just kind of made most of them irrelevant. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Zeb, I almost missed you. I caught myself almost missing. For some reason, I always seem to miss your fucking super chats. I don't know why. I have an 11 Pro Max, and I'm riding it till it. Yeah, dude, the 11 Pro Max. I have a feeling like even the 11 Pro Max and like the 12 is like, okay, it's a nicer, more modern, and better looking design, and the camera is better, but it's no. If you were telling, like, I would tell you, if you asked me the same question that Ronald asked me. Now Ronald should upgrade. But you with 11 Pro Max, no, it's not justifiable, man. And the battery life on the 11 Pro Max is actually, this was actually a step down to when I went to the 12 Pro Max. The 11 Pro Max, I'm a phone addict. I have problems. Actually went back a little bit because of the 5G shit with battery. Any thoughts on One X Player, though? I'll continue my thought there instead of going all over. I really just don't see the point of any of those, minus the fact that they're obtainable. Then the Steam Deck just made them all irrelevant. It's the best thing I could say. Turbo Express is a great man. Fantastic, man. Where's Google Fish tonight? He's always here. Hope he's okay. I don't mind the round edge screen. That's fine. It's USB-C, yay, but it gets rid of a headphone jack. That's the only thing.
August, midway through August, you can see there July was 25% the revenue which we were relying on in the last quarter.
That's kind of strange. Because you're going into
let's say the last 3 months of 2017, on average, it was 25% down in July. Come August, made the decision, I can't afford it anymore personally. It was taking its toll on my personal situation, my wife.
Well, yeah, because you're emptying out the fucking savings to pay a staff. I'm going from the 8 Plus to the 13 Pro Max. Oh, my God. That's like... I mean, look, the 8 Plus is, I mean, you could still actually live on that phone. They still support it. But that's like going from a Toyota Tercel to a Ferrari. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Dad. I'd love to hear the yes. I went a little overboard there. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It just wasn't doable. So I made the decision we had to lay off Mike Abbott, Jake, and Liam. The hardest decision I've had to make, and probably one of my...
Why did, yeah, because you hired... Dude, you should have saw how it went first before you hired... Oh. Oh man, yeah. If here you guys, some of you guys, not a lot of you, but some of you guys always ask me, I want to start a channel. What's some advice I could give? Do not, first off, always keep your staff. I have no staff. My editor, who is in another country, is my staff. But don't be like, oh wow, I had a couple months where I got 6 million views. Time to get an office building. I had an office for a while, and actually I'm doing better financially now where I could have afforded the office even easier. Back then, the Patreon basically supported the office. Like, literally, that was the reason I got to keep that as long as I did. But, that was it. Like, I never, like, oh, this is painful, man. That was, like, the worst, because that's the thing. If you start out and you start blowing up on YouTube, like, just keep it, like, unless it's really, really, then fine. Maybe, like I said, I have an editor. Like, there's shit I need to do every day that, like, I would not be able to have. I mean, I know there's a couple days here and there once in a while I won't have a video. But even shit's going on behind the scenes those days. But if it wasn't for my editor, you would not be seeing as much content from me. And people like, Richard, you should be uploading 7 videos a day. No. I refuse to do that because first off, there's not enough to talk about anyway. Unless I start going into topics that I don't really want to go about. You know. So my RTX 3080 is now set at 1905, now stuck at 400 megahertz. Ooh. Did you try upgrading the firmware from the manufacturer? My 3090 had a weird fan issue that when I upgraded, they knew they had it, and I went and got the firmware right from EVGA, and it fixed it. I think cruising game on Switch is good, but you aren't beating Death. I didn't even buy Deathloop yet. I did not buy Deathloop. Well, I could tell you, Alan Walkman, I can't talk for anybody else, but I could tell you that it sure as shit is not accurate for me. I wish it was accurate because I'd be driving the same cars that Soulja Boy's driving. But I know some people it is. I could just tell you, for me, it's not accurate.
Worst days of my life having to let those guys go. Guys I'd spent a lot of time with over the past year and a half, gotten pretty close to, had a decent relationship with, and then you have
because you hired too quick, dude. What were you thinking?
To do that to them. Killer, absolute killer.
No, he just wants my cock, meaning my bird.
I just remember as a roller coaster of emotions. It was something, the worst thing I had to do, and the worst experience I had to go through.
So yeah, you're getting a lesson right here for some of you who want to start YouTube. Don't do that. Don't hire, like, don't think because you had one amazing month or even 5 or even a year, an amazing year. Don't think it's going to last. Now, here's the thing, buyer beware. You may hire a staff and end up like Pretty Good Gaming, or you may hire a staff and end up like Linus Tech Tips. But the chances of you ending up like Linus Linus Nipple Tips, are like hitting the lottery. There's more of a chance that you'll end up like Pretty Good Gaming. And if Pretty Good Gaming, he would have been able to survive it. I don't know. I'm still in an iPhone XR, and if you're happy with it, you're happy with it, man. But I'm telling you, you would, if you did. All I'm saying is that if you asked me if it was a good upgrade, if it would be a justifiable upgrade to go to the 13, and would you notice the difference? Hell yes. Yes.
So it wasn't great. So I was left with just Mike again, basically going back to how it was before everyone joined. But then Mike decided that it was time to move on. I don't blame him. We had a way of working. It was fraught for the last 6 months. I was really stressed. I can imagine him wanting to move on. Making gaming news videos on YouTube isn't easy. It does get repetitive and grinding. This is what a lot of people don't understand, is how much hard work it is making videos on YouTube, especially when it's news, especially in the gaming industry. You're covering a lot of the same stories, a lot of the same companies over and over again. It gets kind of very repetitive.
I don't agree. See, that kind of shows were you in it for the right reasons, bro? I don't agree. I genuinely, yeah, if say there's 4 stories and I want to whittle it down to 3 or 2, will I pick the ones that I think will get more viewership? Sure. But am I genuinely interested in talking about it? Yes. You won't like, you weren't going to last anyway, man. Sorry.
And I don't blame him for wanting.
Pretty good gaming, Camelot. Yeah, dude. You yeah, this wasn't for you, Chief. Like, if you were already bored, like, dude, I've been doing this since. You really want to go at 2009? I've been on Review Tech USA and fuck beforehand. I mean, I even talked about news RLM audio. So anyone thinks I didn't really go balls deep with news until 2011. But no, I still find shit interesting, man. If you were already getting tired of this after a year and a half, or even it sounds like before a year and a half, like, this wasn't for you, bro. You know? Who's a what and where? This is pretty good gaming.
Out at that point.
I missed your super chat, Aaron. Where? I have a day one iPhone 7. Obama was still president when I got this phone. Should I upgrade? The iPhone 7 came out 2016. Oh yeah, he was still president at the time. If it's working for you, why spend the money? You know, but Camelot, like I was saying, yeah, obviously experimenting and changing shit up. Like, I never streamed before. I didn't really start streaming on a regular basis until 2019. I streamed on and off. But yeah, doing the same thing isn't always going to cut it forever, man. If I was just relying, I mean, this is set to be my best year from a revenue stream ever on YouTube. But I'll tell you right now, though, if I just relied on just doing straight up gaming news like I used to from like 2013 to 2017, I would have had to close up shop. You know, you got to diversify and try different things. You know, you got to adapt. It's not, the platform isn't the same as it was in 2017, let alone like 2013. You can't just keep doing the same shit. Well, he's telling a serious story, man. Let's not expect him. He's kind of depressed, which I understand. He's not going to like be you know, he's not going to be doing backflips telling you he's shutting down shop. I got the Z Fold 2 a few months. I had that, but then part of the screen went shitty on me. That's why I brought it back. Such a fun and amazing change. We'll probably skip the 3. Yeah, I would do that. I have the 3 though, and it's pretty fun. Is your Fold your main phone? No, my main phone is still the iPhone 12. I know I'm kind of scared now, even though it's more durable, to make it my main phone. Because even though I have a case on it, let's just keep it real. One fall with the fucking Fold. Even though I have a warranty on it. Yeah, I have a warranty on it. Why am I being I'm an idiot. I'm going to start using my Fold. It's really fun. And the screen on it is the best looking screen. The screen on the Z Fold 3 is not only the best phone screen I've ever seen. I'm not talking about refresh rate, just like the vivid image quality. It's the best screen I've ever seen on a device ever, including any TV I've ever seen. I don't know what they've done. It's incredible. So, would you suggest a new 12-inch iPad Pro with an M1 chip? I have an older model which is showing issues, though I'm looking at the iPad mini. Now, well, it depends, Maury. You got to realize you're still, even though they both run on the same chip, you're still dealing with the limitations of iPad OS. However, if you're just consuming content and you're not looking to create content, you could have one. You could actually create it on an iPad, on any iPad, let alone. There's plenty of apps you could do video editing and music production and whatever. It's more of a good content consumption device, the iPad mini. But then you have a computer where you have the laptop, you have the keyboard, you have the screen. It's a more versatile device in some ways. Remember when people capitalized on making quick money off of COD videos and that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if you're like, this is kind of like I mean, even though I don't really talk about it as much anymore because it's just the community's too fucking psychotic, but this is why I talk about other things just besides gaming. I always have. So what hasn't even been me clout chasing, like, you know, I remember back in the day talking about Kanye West and Taylor Swift on my other YouTube channel. I always had an interest in different stuff. But yeah, if you just follow one thing, oh, Minecraft videos. Now look at a lot of those Minecraft YouTubers. Minecraft's still a big thing, but the Minecraft YouTube craze is dead. You know? Love your videos. My PS5 joystick's rubber tip somehow broke and it spins. Not joystick drift, but a strange... Not that I've heard of. That sounds like it came with a defect and it just took a while to show its head. Bro, who the hell is this dude? That dude in 2011 who did gaming news and whatnot? He had a beard hanging on his chin, but I can't remember his. Who is a dude? He had a beard hanging on his chin. The only guy I know who was doing gaming news back then. What are you talking about? Guns for Hire? Then there was Broken Games HD. Then there was. Who the hell else had a beard? I don't even know, man. Can I get a one scream from the soundboard? Yes.
Oh my God.
Ah, no. Oh! There you go. No, they don't really excite me anymore. I will say, though, that this from a content creation perspective, the iPhone 12 has been a workhorse for me, and I was happy I did that upgrade. A lot of work I did on YouTube was helped because of this phone. But no, they don't upgrade me like the iPad mini upgrade is kind of exciting because that's to have that much power in something so tiny is pretty fucking cool. He had a ball. I don't know. Well, I mean, even back then there was a lot of people doing news. It was flooded back then. Now, forget about it. Michael Amador, thank you very much. But does my phone vibrating excite me when it's up my ass?
Point. Obviously, he had plans with Liam and Jake too. You know, that's it. All the best to them. Shake him on the hand, and you know, good luck in future. But that left me with nobody to help me make content with, which is why Henry came in, and he came in September.
They look really awkward standing there. That guy looks like he's standing in a lineup after he did a fucking crime. Like,
so by October, we started making videos again. We were doing all right. But then the channel never really took off. The subscribers were leaving because they were used to having the old crew and subscribe for a very specific type of video, and we weren't producing the same type of videos with the same people anymore, same faces. So from that point, I think we reached a peak of 320,000 subscribers, and we were losing.
Oh shit, how many did they lose? Holy fuck. What the hell did they do that they lost like 50,000 subscribers? Holy shit. Something else. You don't just lose. Like, people may just stop watching you. But I mean, even when I've had my biggest e-drama moments, I've maybe lost a few thousand.
1,000 subscribers a month from then on. You know, it isn't great, but I can understand it. That's you know, people. It's not the content people subscribe for. So there was.
That's a lot of people to leave, though, man. That's a lot of people real fucking quick, too.
A bloat of subscribers that were subscribed for a different type of content, so they're always going to leave. And it was.
I don't know if it's fishy. I don't know, but people usually just don't leave unless there's something really shady, like something. Remember, like what Pro Jared was accused of, even though that was basically a crock of shit. Like, you need to really do something insane. I don't know. Maybe there is a backstory. I'm doing. What's up? Review Tech Mexico in the building.
My jaw's hitting the ground. My jaw's hitting the ground.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's so funny is that more DSP videos got recommended. DSP tries it. He used to have the machinima thing spinning in the beginning of his videos, if you remember that. There was a time where being on machinima kind of had like a prestige to it. Like, you made it if you were on machinima. If you were in the gaming community and you were on YouTube and you were an aspiring or fledgling content creator and you got on machinima, you were kind of living the high life. Now machinima's dead, but even years before it died, it was considered a joke.
It's always going to settle down at some point. The views never returned, though. However, YouTube never flicked the switch back on for us. And for the past couple of years, I've been struggling financially again, dipping into my own pocket to keep Henry employed, essentially.
Hey, Richie, my ex is 16 weeks pregnant. When is she going to start losing her shit and need man help? I don't really know by dates, man. So it's yours. I'm hoping. Machinima was already was shady as fuck. Thank God it died. Yeah, but they fucked over creators with bad contracts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll take 2 farts, please. Hold the lettuce, okay?
Whoa! Whoa!
But how about a snort tomato? Oh.
A couple of months ago, I said to Henry, we can't afford the current outgoings anymore. We're going to have to scale it down to only pay you as much as we're making off Patreon and YouTube, which meant his hours came down a lot. His
Review Tech Canada. We got him coming. We got him coming. I want we need Review Tech Russia. We already kind of have a Review Tech Russia. We need a Review Tech Australia. We need that.
income was greatly reduced, and he said, well, that's undoable for me. I pretty much have to leave to get a proper paying job, because this isn't it anymore. And I understand that decision. I completely understand it. Again, he's been doing gaming news videos on YouTube for so long on his own as well, and he's not getting paid enough for it. I admire him for going on for so long, I'll be honest. But that's how it is. He decided.
And there's so many people doing just gaming news now. So many. I couldn't just do gaming news. That's still the main aspect of my other channel. Don't get me wrong. I'm not naive, but you know, you got to spice it up with some Soulja Boy consoles and some weird ass content and some chicken that's also just my weirdness too. A lot of people think, "Oh, I'll just talk about trending gaming news. Where's my cash?" It doesn't work like that. You know, a lot of people think that this is easy. I'm not going to lie to you. This is fun. I get paid and make a decent paycheck having a lot of fucking fun. But you get to the easy fun part is the exact opposite of fucking easy. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people think, oh, this guy's doing it, she's doing it, he's doing it, and she's doing it. I'm going to do it. And you may have a pop off of good luck, but when you go his route and hire like an entire zip code of people because you had 3 good months on YouTube, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
Steve 6 weeks ago. I let the Patreon guys know.
All you remember again. Thank you, man. I appreciate all the members. Don't get me wrong. Just glad to see you coming back.
And I've paused the page.
Yeah, you gotta have your beggy beg in the building. You gotta have your own. There has to be something to you, because here's the reality of it. I'm not a fucking idiot. You could just simply read the news, or there's a bunch of other people that you could watch do this. But I'm me when I do it, and for better or for worse, some people enjoy that. I'm genuine. You may think I'm a genuine douche, or you may love my stuff. but it is me. So that's the thing I bring to the table. Like, let's talk about Linus Tech Tips again too. And credit where credit is due. That's what I mean. There's something about his presentation. When you watch Gamers Nexus, it's a genuine presentation. Yes, I know Linus Tech Tips is scripted. I think this, but it's still him. He owns that video. MKBHD, I don't even think uses scripts, and holy shit does he own his content. That's what people really tune in for. I'm not on their level. I'm not comparing myself to the people I mentioned. They're all way more successful than me. But what I'm saying is the reason why I still get viewership, it goes all over the place, but some months are better than others, is because I'm fucking weird. Yeah, cases like Scott the Waz's are one. He's brilliant, though. He's a comedic genius, and that's what he brings to the table that, I could never do. I'm funny, but he finds a way to. Scott the Waz found a way to appeal to a guy like me who is now 40, and he could also appeal to a 15-year-old. That's what the nerd did too. He appeals to people that are like of all different demographics. That's why he's lasted as long as he's lasted, because it's not just people who are younger who don't even give a crap about the games. He's talking about what the fuck's even an Atari 7800. I just want to tune in for the nerd, But those are like you found a fucking unicorn taking a shit in your backyard rarity moments, Review Tech North Korea. Well, that one's factually not true because you were talking to me in North Korea. You'd probably already be shot by now. Yeah, so Critical. And Critical adapted too. Critical, Some Ordinary Gamers. They talk about a lot of the same shit that I don't go as much into the drama-esque stuff as Critical does. And again, I'm not comparing because Some Ordinary Gamers and Critical again are way more successful than me and well deserved. They're very talented dudes. But they're them. Like, that's one thing this is the one small part I can lump myself with. The reason why I'm still relevant and enough, I should say, in making a living is because I'm not just bringing the news, I'm bringing me. And if you like it, you see that. If you don't, well, then you don't. That's fine. I'm not for everybody. One size doesn't fit all. And I'm large. Except I have a small penis. Don't tell anyone that, though. Thank you. Oh, God, you're falling apart at the seams, you fucking bird! Okay. Speaking of Linus nipple tips, I got the Linus nipple tip hoodie, and let me tell you, it's a damn good hoodie. To be fair, I've probably invested more money into your channel. Well, thank you, man. Hey, I mean, dude, I don't care if you only did, I don't care if you've never super chatted, if you're even just watching, and I appreciate the super chats. They've become a huge part of the revenue, but I want people to feel like they want to be here, and I'm not going to go into the big speech again, but that's, and that's why I think they are successful, because I don't want anyone to feel obligated of anything or feel guilted into anything. And I know a lot of streamers do that. And I'm not just talking about who people think I'm talking about. I see it all the fucking time. But, I appreciate it, man. There's a billion fucking people doing what I'm doing. Well, maybe not pretending to be affectionate with a porcelain chicken, but there's a lot of people that do what I do. And your attention could go to a lot of different places. And I have the humility to realize that and appreciate it, we got Dreams as a new member.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that works. That works. I like that. You buy my merch on Amazon. I don't have merch on Amazon. You're the second person who talked about unofficial merch of mine. I may have to figure out what I can do about that. I have to make a couple calls Monday because that's not okay. I don't want a product that I have never greenlit to be a representation of me, and I'm kind of fucking pissed now.
Which I'm about to cancel a patient all out.
In Dreams, thank you.
Together. And
Lego Lazilia, did I see your super chat? I did not. Oh, think Xbox will announce another acquisition? I'm thinking maybe Sega on the anniversary of Bethesda in a few days. Saw Mr. Patty Plays video earlier. Some people are thinking Sega. We'll see. Maybe.
And that's where I am. That's the end of Pretty Good Game in a sense.
Yeah. I will make this abundantly clear now, and I'm going to say it in a video that I'll incorporate into a news story, or even like me putting the hard drive, God, I'm a boomer, the SSD into my PS5. Until I make an announcement, there is no merch of mine right now. There is no merch. If you are buying merch, it is not endorsed by me. Only merch that was endorsed by me is stuff that I talk about. You are buying it from some asshole who's just trying to make a buck off my name. Why? There's so many other names that you could rip off and make a buck off. You ain't going to make that much off my name. I'm not that relevant. So Dreams, thank you very much. Australius, would you invite DSP in your live stream by making sexually suggestive sounds? No, because he would call the police on me at that point. Also, Boogie versus Camelot versus Wings, who would beat DSP the fastest? I don't want to see anybody get beat up, man. I mean, Camelot has very symmetrical nipples, which would probably intimidate DSP. So there's that. You mean this RTU butt plug is a bootleg? Oh! Imagine I actually made an official butt plug, and every time you shoved in your ass, it went skip it up and that up. That may be a thing. I will burn it, Nike Keurigs. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And the thing is, you may be joking, but I think it was Sean McCarthy. I don't know if you're here. You may be here. Shout out to him. He sent me, and yes, I will eventually do that fucking podcast. He's like, dude, there's merch of you on Amazon. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, there's fucking merch of me on Amazon. Like, motherfucker. Really? Throw them tech reviews on the Barbie, baby. I don't know why I just made those snorting noises a bunch of times, but here we are. Rich, I noticed a lot of tech YouTubers started off working in IT and decided to go into business for themselves. I actually didn't directly start from there. I got laid off from IBM in 2009. I didn't take YouTube seriously until like 2011. Quit their day job and started YouTube, going into business for themselves. I mean, my story was this. I got laid. I already started a YouTube channel while I was still doing IT, but I wasn't doing it. I had RLM Audio, which I opened the channel in 2007. I uploaded some weird shit. In 2008, after I was single again, I tried uploads more. And then I was still working at IBM, and then I got laid off. And then I just did YouTube as a hobby. I wasn't even partnered on YouTube till 2011. Then I worked at Radio Shack for a little bit after I got laid off. I couldn't find fucking work. And then I worked at like a gas station for like 3 days and then ran away. The site selling your merch is, well, Out Loud merch, I'm still technically kind of sort of with them. So that's okay. Out Loud merch is okay. And I'm talking, let me rephrase that again. Out Loud merch, they're okay. I forgot I should have said that I did a green light with them. But outside of Out Loud merch or anything that I announce here, it's fake. There's nothing on Amazon. There's nothing. If you're buying that, someone else is just taking my shit. Review Guantanamo Bay, USA. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Yeah, oh, yes. When you shove it in the hole, it does this. My butt plug. That would fit in many ways. Oh, wait a second. I didn't mean that part like that. But that works though.
Essentially, that's it. Rip. It was a roller coaster. It was partially amazing, partially devastating, and it was its own story. It is what it is. You can't. you've got to move on. Essentially, you've got to make your peace with it. I think I have. I just want to thank him.
You blew your load too fast, man. You blew your metaphorical YouTube load too fast. You went from like 0 to 1,000 miles an hour. Even I think Review Tech. Who did I? Review Tech Canada. Jacob G. Where did I? You missed my previous super chat again, did I? Hold on, dude. I'll answer it. Review Tech kind of God. This must be the near end scene with Anchorman, with everyone showing up with their country flag. A Review Tech Q news fight scene. I'm not sure what you mean, dude. How the hell did I miss you, bro? Sorry, I wasn't trying to miss your super chat. He goes out of control like the scene in who? Well, let's see.
Everybody for being a part of this roller coaster. Everyone who watched, anyone who's.
But yeah, dude, you really like what he was showing. What he did there, you could do on your own. I mean, look at some ordinary gamer. Like, even if you're like, okay, you're standing in front of a green screen, so you have the chroma key. Review TLC Tugger endorsed by Game Dude. Yes. He is the Game Dude and he needs some lube. He hates the fact that his foreskin was chewed. I hope to God it wasn't chewed. I couldn't think of something to rhyme.
Supported on Patreon and subscribed. Everyone who contributed to the content, be it Jake, Mike, Liam, Henry, and all the interns who were part of it too. Thanks, but it didn't work out. So all the best, everybody. Hope it works out for you guys. So this is Pretty Good Gaming's signing off video.
I know. I just had to pick a word that rhymes. Superstar. Obviously, it didn't chew. Obviously, his foreskin wasn't chewed off.
I guess. What to do now? I mean, I can continue making gaming content. I probably will. By the way, I've still got the guitar videos, which I'm doing all on my own now, and that's doing pretty well. I can manage on the income from that. I don't need. But the problem is that takes up so much of my time. I can't dedicate a lot of time to the gaming side. I could carry.
He has a channel called Pretty Good Gaming that like imploded as fast as it exploded. And it's a good, I saw this before my feed and watched some of it, not to this point, but it's kind of people always ask like advice on for you. Like, here's a cautionary tale. You want advice? Don't bite off more than you could chew, or don't think because you had 2 good months on YouTube that it's just going to stay that way, because it sure as fuck doesn't.
Carry on trying to make news videos for you guys with the hope that one day it becomes fulfilling again and YouTube start.
Are your logos trademarked like your thumbs up and face thing? Are they? I don't know if you'd say they're trademarked. No, but
Recommending the video.
I probably should change that, huh? I didn't even think of shit like that. Me and my grandma actually ended up rewatching your Wii unboxing video. Yeah, that was a while ago, man. I can't believe it was 2 fucking years ago. I feel like that was one of those few videos again that falls into that bank of I remember making it. You know?
Videos in the algorithm and
yeah, that's a bullcrap, and that's kind of what like the mid-range YouTubers that I will call myself. We're all in the mid-range. What happens is what the best thing you could do is carve out a niche, because the chances of having exponential explosive growth forever on this platform is very fucking slim. So if you carve out a niche and you have a dedicated audience that you make diverse, fun content for, again, everyone's term of fun is subjective, then you're okay. And they've done that too. I will give them, you got to give credit where credit's due. They have done that, And even look at Joker. Everyone, like that guy, I don't know. He supposedly crashed his Ferrari, and everyone said he was lying about it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's not. A lot of people are like, oh man, your videos don't get views anymore. But he has that core base, and he has those sponsors that still keep him afloat.
make a revenue out of it. That's not going to happen. Realistically, it's soul destroying when this happens, and I've been doing it for too long. What I want to do now is just move on. And
amazing stream. Also, it's that time again. Hold on one second. Here we go, Antonio in space. Perfect timing, too. Oh, time to blind the children. Yeah, people always tell me, Rich, your voice, who says that? A silky smooth. Well, I don't know if you're referring to my voice. I'm not. But people tell me, Rich, your voice probably helps too, and I'm sure that that could be a benefit. But there's people that have amazing voices, excellent production value. Their videos are entertaining. They're beautifully scripted. They read the scripts genuine, so they're engaging. Everything, the formula is there, but they never take off. And then you have great guys who have great PC gaming channels like Tech of Tomorrow, who I think should be one of the top tier tech channels out there for. They just don't gain the traction. And I don't know why. I don't know what happens. Why does some channels fall to the wayside in the algorithm and other channels could literally upload themselves unloading their assholes? No, they actually couldn't do that. They would be against TOS. But you get my point. And everything they upload is like gets 500,000 fucking views or 1 million fucking views. So Antonio in space, there you go. Everyone with your review tech in their name should be banned. They're derailing the stream. All right, you know what? All right, so we know this guy's cautionary tale. It's a good one. Let's see. Where are the Carls? So let's have fun now. Because DSP, no, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Anyone who's a Carl will be banned by DSP. That's like, this is like me banning anyone whose name is like review tech something. Here we go, though. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna once again be the angry substitute teacher that is not happy with his job. Here we go.
All right, a few things I gotta say to get out of the way. Number one, I talked about this on stream yesterday, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to be serious about it this time, and you better listen up to those of you who are basically being addressed right now. All right, my streams are a place where everyone can come and chill out and have a good time with games, interact with...
If you don't say one of the thousands upon thousands of things that could get you banned. How are you tonight? Kiss the bird for me. Of course, Hugo. You don't even have to pay for that, but thank you. Ah. When I think of a handsome bird, I think of Carlos. He is a good-looking bird. Handsome.
With me, have fun conversation with me, and get my honest opinions on the games that I'm playing. That's the purpose of my streams. All right? In the last couple of weeks, people think it's a running joke now to come into my stream and have a name Carl and do some kind of a running...
He's really just because it's a fucking because everyone's changing their name to Carl. Who cares? How does this make you angry? He really does need therapy. I'm not even being funny. Like, if that makes you mad, dude, I'm gonna go back to a therapist. I'm not even saying that from a condescending standpoint. Believe me, they help, and I'm gonna go back to one on a regular basis. Howard Stern goes, there's no shame in it, but you do need one. Like if someone changes Savage Carl, even if someone has the name Carl has a big cock, why does that bother you? Let Carl have a big cock. It's okay, Phil, if Carl has a big cock. I would be proud if YouTube would allow it if there was a big cock Carl as one of my stream viewers, subscribers. Dip shit, please. Oh
joke
man.
with this. What you're essentially doing, you're creating an exclusive, inclusive, I get them confused. You're creating a club-like mentality.
Who fucking cares? Who cares? You're trying it like this. He's literally acting like a grammar school teacher. Break it up over here. No fucking Carls. All right, everyone who's a Carl's getting a detention. Dude, you let minus certain things like what I talked to. If people wanted to bring up trolls because they want me to talk about shit by super chatting and saying, hey, review small penis Florida saying something about you. What do you have to say about it? That's obvious bait, and I'm going to stop that shit. But they're shit posting all the time. If I acknowledged and got angry and had like these like disciplinary talks every like all the life would be sucked out of my fucking streams. Phil.
Were people who are coming
Domino's Pizza employment outreach?
to the streams and just want to chill feel like, oh man, this is all Carl's talking.
But that is people chilling. And why would people distress because there's a whole bunch of Carls? Like, oh man, I went to Review Tech USA stream, but all these people named Review Blank USA or whatever the fuck their name came up, and it just ruined my night. No, it didn't. You're pissed off at it. What, did like one person come to you maybe and say, I'm really nervous with all these Carls around me. I think I see one in the bushes, Phil. I'm really nervous. Could you save me, Phil? There's Carls just staring at me everywhere. No one did that. No one did that. You are pissed off at it. Again, Phil, you know, and I mean this, that I do not condone like the dangerous trolling. You got swatted. Totally condemn that. Docs, totally condemn that. Your family gets bothered. I fucking can't stand that shit with a passion. And those people who did that to you should be fucking ashamed. But this kind of stuff, dude, you're out of control. You're out of control, sir. You are stressing out about Carls. We have Review Tech Carl. Thank you. I'm proud of my Carls. I'm proud of my Carls, Phil. Are you? You don't seem proud. You're making one of the biggest non-issues ever into a monumental problem. I applaud you, sir, for being able to do that. I could not even I fed the fucking trolls quite a bit, at a point maybe even more than you, and that's saying something. But even at my peak troll feeding moment, I wouldn't lose it over Carl's.
Constantly.
I am Carl Brain. Gary Busey's Laserdisc collection. I fucking love your name, and for that, you are going to be made a mod again. Are you a mod already? You should be. Any man with that name. I know you don't give a fuck about being a mod. You made that explicitly sure of that, but you're still a mod anyway. Hugo, thank you for the wiener. Have a good night, Mari. I'm sorry. Why, Sean, why is this a thing? Why is he mad at the Carls? Let the Carls live and let live, sir.
You're just talking about fucking Carl, Snow Carl.
The fact that you hear anger coming out of his voice as he's talking about this is insane. It's so insane. It's lunacy that he's mad at this. It's lunacy. That this is like, oh my God.
All right, that's done as of right now, and I mean it. All of you who have a fucking Carl name, all right? These stupid fucking Carl spinoff.
These fucking Carls. Anyone who's doing anything with Carls are banned. We do not have a place in this world for Carls. Carl, I'm looking at you. If I see a Carl in the fucking chat, it's over. It's done. It's finished. I'm tired of the Carls. Fuck the Carls. All of them. Your name, Phil, my name actually is Carl. You're bad. No, we don't have Carls here. They could be over there, they could be over here, but this is a chill chat where no one is named Carl. I'm making meaningful content, and the Carls are fucking it all up.
Off names. I want you to change them.
Planet of Carls. The cruising game is fun. Rapid fire snorts for DSP and Carls. I made my audience deaf. How do you feel about that? I'm sorry. Don't ever name yourself Carl or you're banned, Bird. You are Carlos. You ever get rid of the O and the S, you are fucking out of here. You understand me? No one who makes meaningful content should have to deal with Carls. Carls are banned! DSP, and it wings on top of it too. I've talked to the guy, man. He look, and he is aware. He straight up admitted, he's like, yo, I know that me feeding the trolls is part of my revenue. Like, he does not realize this is fucking ridiculous. He does not realize. He does not realize that this is absolutely insane, that this is even a talking point of anger. The rapid snorting is now your new ring. Shit, they're going to hear that stuff in another zip code, man. Did you see Dreamcast guy got butt hurt? No, what do you mean he got butt hurt? What happened? Austin Evans, I know he made videos about him too. But what happened? Last super out of spare money. Thank you though, Jacob. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate any support of the show. So llamas with hats, vintage flash animation. Carl, that band's Carl, dude. He is Carl obsessed. My brother's room is next to my office, and it sounds like he just got fisted. I literally heard, ah! Hi, how are you, Carl? Oh my God, a Carl is here. My content is no longer meaningful. Bird, what the fuck is going on here, Bird? We're having problems here, Bird. All right, so let's continue with fucking Carl.
Immediately. I'm done with it. I'm not going to have you come in here and derail my streams because I've had now 3 major complaints from regular.
Oh my God. 3. Whoa. Whoa. We are having an epidemic of complaints. Whoa, Rich, you're really having complaints? Wow, man. Hey, what, like a couple hundred people? A couple thousand? Like, what's going on? 3. Oh, no. Well, we better batten down the hatches. 3 people complained. Holy shit. He's really acting like a Karen. Oh, the Karen vibes are like, we're going to get more Karen vibes too with the chicken sandwich.
In the last week. Saying, this is stupid, I come to your stream and everyone in the stream chat's ignoring your game and talking about Carl bullshit.
But what do they like? Okay, of course it's cool. I'm going to start doing some gaming on this channel. I know I've said that 7 fucking months in a row, but I am. Like, let them joke around about shit, dude. If they're not putting your address up, if they're not making threats, or they're not asking... Look, if you want to ask, you know, what him and his wife's favorite positions are... I could get him being annoyed at that and wanting to ban you, obviously. Someone wrote DSP Karen. Someone wrote DSP Karen! Neon Zombie. But dude, people are gonna shitpost, bro. People are gonna shitpost. It's just how it is, man. And you going off because there's literally people making for maybe like where did the Carl come from? I'm sure it was something stupid that he did, or like whatever, or trolls. Look, I'm not saying there's some trolling with him that is fucked up. I'm not. That's wrong. But this is lunacy that you're even talking about this.
And they're doing it to derail your stream, just like used to happen on Twitch.
Refute Tech Vatican City. Oh, oh my God! DC guy did a rant vid after getting abuse messages. Maybe I'll talk. I'll look at it. I want to see. I'm picky with stuff. I like the whole thing when that guy was calling out like the ass shots they had in that PS5 preview of a game from Digital Foundry. I chose not to make a video on that because I don't want to bring back. There's a certain type of audience that certain videos I've made on my channel has made leave, and I don't want to bring them back. Just because I agree with some of that anti-cancel culture stuff and that anti-SJW stuff, some of it, a lot of it I think is anti-SJWs also being SJWs. And when they come back to my channel thinking that I'm like, get woke, go broke, bro, which I'm so fucking far from, when they realize that I'm not that, it's just going to be the same shit again. So I'll watch Dreamcast guy's video and see where it is and where it falls. Carl's coming for you, Carlos. How do you feel about that? He's taking your spot. We're having a Carl here.
Twitch. So, nope, it's not happening. I'm done with it now. So...
all you Carls, get the fuck out and change your name.
I want you all who thought that it would be funny to change your names to a running meme for Carl to change them right now. By the way, there's no excuse for you not to do so. Because guess what?
I missed your Booty Warrior like super chat. Booty Warrior? What are you talking about? Booty Warrior, Booty Warrior, Booty Warrior. Rich, I like you and I want you. We can do this. We can do this the easy way. You can do this the hard way. Choice is yours. I don't want to name names because then people are going to go like, it's just human. Like, we know how this shit works. But, I mean, you could talk about Tech of Tomorrow, who I complimented the production value of his content, where it's just strange when you see a good content that kind of checks all the boxes. And I'm even like, this is enjoyable to watch. That just doesn't click. It's just, YouTube is a fucking weird game, man. It's a weird game and I can't explain it. I really can't. You know, so let's see what's going on. We got these Carls are an epidemic.
On YouTube, you can change your name at any time. It's not like on Twitch.
He's telling them to change their names. He really does sound like an disgruntled teacher talking to students that he really doesn't want to teach. That does it not? I'm not even trying to be a dick. Does it not sound like that? Like, I could remember teachers that I was like, oh, fuck, I got to go to his or her class. They're always so miserable. That's what he sounds like right now. I was possessed by Carl, but the spirits have left me. Bird, the spirits have left Danny the Foot.
Whoa!
Phil Shapiro. Phil Shapiro.
My jaw's hitting the ground.
Phil fucking Shapiro.
Where you were locked into a stupid name for months, you could change your name at any time here. So there's no...
But Sinner, doesn't he sound like that angry teacher that you had in like grammar school or junior high or high school that you could just tell that they like, I'm just doing this because I have to and I really don't feel like engaging with you. Like if you're at a point on YouTube that someone trolling me with a name, like I'm sure there's a basis for everyone naming themselves Carl. Like you got to rethink what you're doing. Like it's time. You know, look, I would love to see DSP flourish and be wildly successful. But like if this kind of stuff is bothering you, Phil, like this stuff has to bleed into your personal life. You can't tell me it doesn't.
No excuse.
And he can't have that. You would think he'd learn after doing this shit just as long as me, if not a little bit less. But he's been doing it around the same. He's around the same vintage as me. Sounds weird, but it's true. That you can't, but he doesn't have that self-awareness. He just can't compute it. He can't compute that not engaging with the trolls helps you. He can't compute that he can't control things like this. He will never stop trying, but will always fail.
Absolutely. No fucking excuse for you to not do it. None.
Or you're getting detention. If I see one more Carl, you're all going into detention for the next month, every day after school. He would have you. Phil's the kind of teacher, too, that would have you write on the chalkboard, I will not troll Phil anymore. I will not troll Phil anymore. Phil, I will no longer talk about Phil fapping. I will never bring up Fapgate. He will have you write, I will never bring up Fapgate. He will have you write that across the entire chalkboard like Bart Simpson in the intro of The Simpsons.
Okay? All right, that's it. I'm taking them all out right now because it's funny. I said this. Immediately, they're insulting me. I'm serious. Like,
because it's a stupid thing to complain about. It's dumb. It is not even. This isn't even subjective. This is factually 100% stupid to talk about. This is dumb to talk about. They have every right to roast you on this. 210%. You are. If anyone here is named something, let them all be named Carls. Dark Side Carl. The King of Carl. DSP tries Carl. DSP tries Carl. Let them spread their cheeks and go to town with Carls. Like, what's the big deal? Like, why does this bother you? There's no reason, dude.
3 of them just insulted me in the chat.
Those goddamn Carls insulting him.
So it's pretty obvious why they were fucking here. Right? It's pretty obvious why they were fucking here. They were here to derail the stream.
No, the only person derailing the stream right now is you talking about this for probably longer than this video is. Dude, he bans like people. I've watched clips of him where he's banned people for just like asking a question that was fairly logical to ask. That's what the problem is. The problem, Phil, is not the Carls. It's you making much ado about the Carls when the Carls are factually not a big deal. Leave the Carls alone. Hashtag save Carl.
They were not here to add anything. This was not conceited. Is it conceited effort? A focused effort to actually screw up my streams, and I'm not putting up with.
You are. Thank you. Silver and Gold said it. You are derailing your own stream. Just play the game. And he's right. Why are you going on this rant about a name that people are? It's probably something stupid that he did, and they're just saying Carl. I don't know what the backstory is, but even if there is a backstory and you don't like the backstory, it's just a name. Let it go.
With their bullshit anymore. All right, I'm not. So I'm giving you one opportunity.
He was derailed right there. He paused right when there was anime titties. You cannot tell me that was a coincidence. Phil was distracted by anime titties confirmed.
Go change your names, all right? And if I see it happening, if I see a group of people all named Carl doing this kind of shit, I'm just gonna ban all of you and not even mention it. I'm just gonna boop, done. I'm not gonna have.
He's so, you hear the anger. He's so, dude. He is not happy doing this anymore. He is beyond not happy, dude. Phil, like, this is not. All kidding aside, this is not good. Like, if something this small is getting him this worked up, once in a while I get pissed off in my streams. I'll be the first to admit it. Like, when people get me on anti-vax tirades and all that shit, calling anti-vaxxers out, I'll admit it. But if something this small is making you take this much time out and you are getting this angry about it, you are bitter, bro. You're bitter. You got, like, do it for your own sanity, dude. Like, didn't he want to start a restaurant business? Do it. I mean, I'm sure you just filed bankruptcy, and you confirmed that's public. That's not me speculating. So it'd be kind of tough to get a business loan if you just filed for bankruptcy. But you get my point. Do something, dude. This is not, all kidding aside, putting the jokes, because him being angry at this is hilarious. But what's making him angry isn't hilarious. He's burnt out. He's burnt. I don't do petty rants because I don't want to be petty. I hate being like. I'm sure there's time to time I do get petty. I'm human. I'll admit it. You know. Yeah, he just sounds like this is funny, but what's causing him to be this ridiculous isn't funny. You understand what I mean? Not to, burst the comedy bubble here, but
I have stream regulars who are longtime supporters and attendees and enjoyers of my content tell me now that my streams are being derailed by you people.
Again, just like the person in your chat said, bro. They're not derailing it. You bringing this much attention to it is derailing it. And you either don't have the awareness to realize that, or you're just so fed up with it that you have to say something. And if you're at that point, dude, seriously, for your own sanity, move on. I don't want to see him move on. I have no ill will towards him. If he ends up being, like I said, wildly successful again and blows up to gets 2011, 2012 numbers like he used to, I think that would be great for him. But he just sounds like he's over it. You just sound over it, Phil. You sound done. You sound like, thank you, Sinner. I appreciate that. You just sound like you want to move on to greener pastures, bro.
I'm not, because you're not here for positive reasons. I know that. Listen, this is not my first time at the rodeo. I used to do this on Twitch, and on Twitch.
Imagine Phil riding a bull or a horse, like with a cowboy hat on, and nothing but the vest, so his like nips were flopping around. And he was like this, like on the bull or a mechanical bull with like the cowboy hat, and all of a sudden, you don't have to do it. It's fine. Take your time. I think it did a double sample of that.
It was the same shit. There's people who just want to try to dominate the chat with their bullshit. No one cares. Okay?
No one cares. You are like specifically really caring. You are caring a lot. Oh shit, what time it is? I gotta make some phone calls soon. All right, we got a couple more minutes. I'll wait until the super chat is done.
Okay. And by the way, now it makes sense. This Snow Carl is a fake. So I'm gonna.
This Snow Carl's a fake. Who cares? Oh my god! Now, when someone was trying to pretend to be one of my subscribers the other day, they would copy their name and picture to try to trick me that they were one of. And luckily, I figured out how they weren't. That's something different. But if there's like someone like, come on, dude, this is not a big deal, bro. Yes, not tonight, but yes. Yes, Carlos. The ass-eating chicken. He likes holes that are finger-licking.
I'm gonna ban this one too. The real Snow Carl is not here. That's why there was.
Can the real Snow Carl please stand up?
The Snow Carl on stream this morning claiming that he lost his sub. He's a liar. He didn't lose his membership. That's not the real Snow.
Yeah, all right. This is the one part I'll agree with him. If someone's like pretending to be someone else who's a member, I don't like that. Like what happened with my poor guy Neil, like with me the other day. Fine. But the Carls, in terms of people just doing Carl, like just to fuck around. Like there's Review Nipples Afghanistan, I believe. It's actually literally a person's name. Who cares, dude? Who cares? Who cares? You are losing your mind over something silly.
No Carlton impersonator. So he's out of here. So that's the end of that. You had your fun. It's over. All right? So.
All right. Next stream, we will have Phil on. We're not Phil on, but tomorrow I'll have Phil where he's talking about where he's carrying over having sauce leak out of his chicken sandwich. I guess he was expecting Gordon Ramsay to like paraglide to where he went to get his chicken sandwich to make it for him. But it's also quite funny. We may finish this too, but we're definitely going to do that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. I am tired this evening. I slept kind of crappy, and I got some other stuff I got to do. Regular chat, super chat. I appreciate all you guys. And you goddamn Carls, you're ruining his meaningful content. When I say content, I mean content with a K-A-H-A. No C-O here.